Hello friends. Welcome back to my channel. It is October 8th and we are in full on market prep mode over here. My name's Tabs, and if you are new here, it's so lovely to meet you. Welcome in. Happy to have you. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you enjoy crochet content, market content, all the fun things, crochet related, craft related, literally anything. We do it. That was a mouthful and it was not my usual intro. Don't know what happened there. I kind of went off script, but I want to get right into this video because we have a lot to get done between now and October 25th, which is my next market. Super fun. I'm excited, honestly. I can't wait to get back into market season. I've missed doing markets. My last market was back in, I think I squeezed one in back in August, maybe, or it might have been the end of July. I honestly cannot remember for the life of me. That's how long it's been since I've done a market. But we have let me show you guys, if you've watched a couple of my previous videos, you've probably seen a little bit of this list here and there because this is basically what I'm working off of for my next two markets. So that's what we are working with. It's a lot of stuff. I have a lot of things that I want to make. A lot of new products that I'm trying to introduce to my market lineup, especially because these next two markets are double booth spaces. So the one on the 25th is a 10 by 20 space that I have to fill. I'm delusional. I think I'm in good shape as far as crochet items. I am trying to make more of a wider range of items because I had a lot of like really big stuff. All my snugglers, stuff that's $40 and over, I'm pretty heavy on. There are a few like snugglers and things that I want to kind of backfill as I have the time, but now I'm working mostly on 35 and under items because that seems to be my sweet spot. I sell a lot in the $15 to $25 range. So that's kind of what I'm focusing on for right now. But like I said, this is market prepping. We are in full swing. I've got 4 markets that are massive in the span of like 7 weeks. So I don't have a whole lot of time in between markets to restock in between these big markets. So I'm really trying to market prep heavy on the front end so that in between markets I can just restock best sellers and hopefully have enough of the larger items left over that I don't have to scramble to fit everything in. So that said, let's get into my list really quick. I'll tell you what I have left to make, which is still quite a lot. And then we'll talk about what I'm going to tackle in this vlog specifically. So let me grab my list and we will get into it. But I'm going to go ahead and list off everything that I have remaining to make. And then we're going to talk about what my main focuses are going to be this week for this vlog specifically. I have a mini anchor to make. I want a big anchor made, but I don't know that I'm going to get to that for this first market. I might squeeze him in between my first and second market, which is a week apart. Not sure yet. Chubby birds. These are some of my best sellers, so these are a definite must on my list. I need to make 10 of the mallard version, and I have 3 of them made. They just don't have wings. And then I need to restock 5 of the white. Cookie the cow snuggler from Raven Jade Co. I want to make 5 of those. I need 4 cow plushies, 3 hanging plants, 1 dino snuggler, 1 unicorn snuggler, 1 llama snuggler, 2 possum snugglers, 2 of my Rowan the Rhino plushies, 5 of the regular size sea turtles, 5 of the small sea turtles. That is the friendly red fox pattern, so it's quite a bit smaller. 2 more hedgehogs, 2 more Diddy Decks, snugglers, Clubs the Clown. I am desperate to make a Clubs the Clown. I recognize that he is going to be higher priced and I may end up stuck with a terrifying clown in my house until next year. However, I have a plague doctor and I'm obsessed with him. Creature Made is such a talented pattern writer. I adore the plague doctor pattern and I really want to make Clubs the Clown. I own it already. It's on like it's in a priority, like it has a little bit of priority. I don't know that it's going to get fit into this week's video, but it will be coming in a future video because I definitely want to have it before my October 25th because it's right before Halloween. I feel like it's the perfect time to have a clown plushie. One garden bear bee, one flower garden, or two flower garden bears, two overall garden bears, two flower spiders, two axolotes, two manatees, two T-Rexes, two cappuccinos, one giraffe snuggler, two triceratops snugglers. Now, if you watched my video last week, you know I made two triceratops snugglers, but I had actually written down tiny triceratops snugglers because I'm trying to go a little bit smaller on the snuggler scale. Right now, I mostly keep Mama Made minis like from their book, which they're quite large, and I charge like $45 to $50 depending on which one it is. And they are starting to move slower and slower for me. Granted, we're coming up to the holidays, so I have a feeling they're going to pick up again for Christmas gifts, but I want to kind of, I guess, scale down on the size of my snugglers. So I really love those Triceratops snugglers. I might make the tiny ones as well. I'm undetermined. But then I also have the Dino Snuggler that is kind of like the, not twin, but the counterpart to that, but a regular dinosaur. I don't know if I'm going to make the tiny one or the regular size one to match the Triceratops. So kind of up in the air. 5 snowy owls. I want to make Ninja Turtles. I want to make 2 sets of the Ninja Turtles. So 2 purple, 2 red, 2 blue, 2 orange. And then the biggest thing on my list are the Junebug and James flowers. Now, I have never made their flowers before, but she obviously just came out with the, I believe it was the Friendship collection, and I am literally obsessed with those flowers. So I have just Junebug and James flowers written on here. I have the dowels in stock. I bought some when the pattern first came out. I literally bought not only the Friendship collection, but while they were on sale, I grabbed all of the other flowers. So the heirloom flowers, I think there were 2 or 3 different pattern packs, and I literally bought them all. So I want to make flowers so bad because what I want to do is I have these black grid walls, and then I have these really, really nice black metal buckets with flat backs on them, and I want to hang the buckets from the grid wall and have like a flower menu and then sell each flower and just fill the buckets with the flowers. I have this vision in my head for this gorgeous like forever flower stand almost. I'm really excited about it. So that is definitely something that has like a priority on my list. Of course, one of my favorite pattern creators, Kinder Knots, I want to make 2 of each of her patterns. So I have Remy the reindeer, the bunny, and the bear. And then I also own the koala, lion, and monkey patterns by her. So I want to make 2 of each of those, which is kind of ambitious, but we'll see. And then I also have her Elliot donkey. So I want to make 1 of the Elliot donkey. And then last but not least, by any stretch on this list, I have the Oak and Marlowe Fable Friends collection. Now, this is what I'm holding in my lap because I have been slowly chipping away at the Fable Friends because it's literally my obsession right now. I'm quite literally, they have me in a chokehold. I love the patterns so much. So that said, I want to make at least 2 of each animal, and I don't have all of her patterns, but I have the fox, the fawn, the bear, the dog, cat, bunny, and mouse. Those are the 7 that I have. And then I bought the pattern packs that came with some of the mod files, and I know the modifications in the outfits can kind of mix and match between patterns. So I'm really excited to have a little bit of fun. I haven't decided if I want to do like build your own friend and have all of the plushies and then have a basket, like a couple of baskets of the different outfits that you can put on them. Almost like a Build-A-Bear, in a way. I haven't decided how I want to do it yet, or if I want to just pick the outfit and just make it for that specific plushie and then just price it that way. I'm really not sure yet. The first one that I have here is the mouse ballerina with her little tutu and her adorable little ballet slippers. She's absolutely the cutest thing ever. And then, of course, I made a little cream one. I don't know if making a cream version was really the smartest idea. I think it's absolutely precious, but obviously a white plushie for a kid may be problematic. The only thing I still have left, I have not added her little slipper laces yet. Next one that I have finished is the bear. Again, absolutely adorable. These ones are naked because I haven't decided what outfits to put on them. I know there's like a dress and there's overalls in the bunny pattern, and I'm kind of upset that I didn't make the connection that they were all interchangeable, because I would have loved to make a bear in overalls, but I already have two. And I'm trying to limit myself to exactly what I said I was going to make, because otherwise I could literally spend hours just remaking everything and I would never get anything else finished. And then the market will be here and I won't have a variety and I'll just be sad. That was rude. I have two naked bears, and I think one of them I do want to put the little bee outfit on. Probably this one, just because it's a lighter color. And then on the blog, there's a chicken outfit. Chicken outfit. So I think I'm going to put a chicken outfit on the other one. The third animal that I have made in the Fable Friends is the fox. Now I still have to embroider the nose, so his face looks weird right now, but I have made two of the foxes. They're so cute. Foxes are another one of my obsessions. I love foxes. So I think they're so cute. Just look at the little ears. They're adorable. So cute. And then this one I made out of gray and mystical. And then this one, he's got the gray mystical, and then he's just solid orange. I wanted a little bit of a variety between the two. So far, I have 6 of the Fable Friends finished as far as like the actual plushie itself. I am currently working on 4 of the fawn. So this is the first one. I haven't made them yet. So I'm going to get those 2 finished. So that means, let's go back here. I think the Fable Friends is what I really want to focus on in this video. This is just going to be me making all of the little bits and bobs. I'm going to go to the blog and see, and I think what I'm going to do is kind of like write out each animal and then pair them with an outfit, and then that way I'm not over making things. So I think that's going to be my plan for right now. I want to get all of the plushies done first, and then I'm going to go back and figure out what outfits. I also need to figure out pricing on these. I'll touch base with you guys in a little bit. Good morning, my friends. It is Friday. It has been 2 days since I last filmed. I was trying to get caught up on some of my loaf cat orders, so I worked on 2 loaf cats that are now packaged and ready to go. And then the other focus that I had yesterday was getting my pattern finalized for my testers. I ran a tester call. Thank you so much if you applied. If you didn't get picked, I'm so sorry, but I have a ton more ideas in my noodle. So there's a lot more to come. I really want to lean into this Bookshelf Buddies series, so I have some really cute ideas that I'm really excited for, and I hope you guys are excited for it too. The last time I filmed, I was in the process of making the Fable friends, and that is still the case. And the next Fable friend that I decided to work on was Fora the Fawn. She's so cute. I obviously have not embroidered the nose on, so just ignore that for the time being. But absolutely adorable. For the second one, I don't have it finished yet, but I did start the second one yesterday, and I got through the legs and the body and the head. Oh my God. And I mixed and matched patterns. Look how cute. I'm putting this one in a pair of overalls in like a dark teal color. And the overalls are from the bunny pattern. So cute. So my goal is to get this one finished today, and that will be both of the Fora Fawns finished. And then since I'm working on the overalls, I think my next order of business is going to be the bunnies. Now, she does have 2 different versions of the bunnies. I'm holding this by the neck. Let me put her down. Like I said, she has 2 different versions of the bunnies. One has like short stand-up ears, and the other one has long floppy ears. I really like the look of the short, like standing up ears, but I recognize not everybody else is going to like that. So I'm trying to decide if I want to make one of each version or if I want to make 2 of each version, because the theme right now is I'm just doing 2 of each. They're each going to be different colors and in different outfits. So I'm undecided at the moment. I've never had these at markets before, so I could be spending all of this time and they won't even sell. So story of my life, truly. That's my update. I'm going to hop off here and do a little bit of like putting things away because I just really need to. And then I will touch base with you guys later. All right, please excuse the lighting. The sun is literally like coming directly through this window, but I like leaving the blinds open, so I just look like a tiger. I had to come on because I got derailed from my plan. Originally, I was planning on putting away yarn, but then I was looking, and a lot of the yarn that I had out was actually yarn that I needed to finish this deer because it's 4 colors, or the fawn. So it's 4 skeins of yarn, and I was like, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and finish the deer first, and then I can put all this yarn away, and I don't have to worry about it anymore. This thing is so cute, you guys. Look how adorable. Hopefully you can see it okay. It's so stinking cute in her little overalls, and I did add the little overall pocket. Obviously I still have to embroider the nose. For now, I'm going to move on to the bunnies. So I thought about it, and I have decided I'm going to make 4 bunnies, 2 in each ear style. So 2 of the ones with the standing up ears, and then 2 with the floppy ears. And I'm just going to make all 4 different colors. That way I have a really nice variety to pick from. It's currently 9:30, so I still have plenty of time to get stuff done today. But cleaning off my desk is going to be the first priority. Good morning, my friends. It is Monday. I hope everybody has their coffee or their tea to wake them up. I'm exhausted. we had a very busy weekend. I have not updated you since since Friday morning, I think, was the last time I came on here. So I will start by just giving a really brief update on my ankle, because I think I mentioned that the last time I filmed. So I had my appointment Friday afternoon, and we did follow-up x-rays. Basically, it does not appear... He couldn't really see any evidence of a callus forming on the break itself. So we're just kind of just chilling at the moment. Basically, still 2 more weeks of no driving. I have at the very least 4 more weeks with the boot on, which was fine. The boot doesn't really bother me. Sometimes, like, if I aggravate my ankle a little bit, it is a little bit painful, like on my ankle bone. So I kind of have to either adjust it or eventually just take it off and elevate my foot. But yeah, so 2 more weeks of no driving. So working remotely from home for my job. And it's good and bad, because obviously I have my market coming up on the 25th, which is less than 2 weeks away. My next follow-up appointment is the day beforehand. And my doctor basically told me to start using the crutches to start adding weight to my foot again. So I spent the weekend kind of getting more comfortable using the crutches, because obviously I've been using my knee scooter quite frequently, because it's just mobility wise using crutches. I obviously can't carry a cup of coffee. I can't go make my food and carry my food in here so I can eat while I'm working. So mobility wise, the scooter made sense, because I can just scoot around and hold stuff and carry it from room to room, which was really, really helpful, and quite frankly, very necessary for my mental health, because the first few days, I think I mentioned, were so rough for me. It was rough. So now I need to start incorporating the crutches again, which is fine. I've took some advice. Somebody in my comments, I'm so sorry, I don't remember your name, but you commented on my last video and said that you're not supposed to put the weight on your physically put the crutch in your armpit and like lean on it like that, which, as you said, they do not tell you. So we actually adjust, and there wasn't really a way for me to avoid it. So we actually this weekend adjusted the hand grips and moved them up one hole. And it's so much better. I was using it all weekend, except for Saturday. I think I used my knee scooter because we were out and about. We went to like another market to kind of scope it out for next year. And I wasn't about to use my crutches for that long, just walking around, because it's just so tiring and exhausting. So with that said, I did get a little bit of walking in. I am putting a little bit of weight on it. That's kind of the update. It's not bad news, obviously. Bad news would have been that I needed surgery to actually repair the bone. So it's just kind of neutral news. I was really hoping to start, at the very least, driving locally, but essentially he was like, if your instincts kicked in, if something went in front of your car and you slammed on the brakes with your right foot, it would not be good. So it makes a lot of sense, and I'm fine. It's very frustrating because I'm a very independent person and I can't be fully independent right now. So that's really my only gripe at the moment. I was in a fair bit, well, I wouldn't say pain necessarily yesterday, but it was extremely uncomfortable yesterday. Basically, when we went out yesterday, we forgot something at the grocery store or something, I don't know. And then when we got back, I was in a fair amount of soreness, a little bit of pain, but it was probably it wasn't really that bad. And then I didn't sleep very well last night. So I think just starting to use the muscles and flexing my ankle a little bit more is just creating a lot of soreness and stiffness. And it's just going to take some getting used to, because I literally have not walked on my foot for 2 weeks. So we will get there. We'll be fine. We're going to survive. But the good news is I have 2 more weeks of working from home, which means a lot more crocheting time. So as you know, this video was kind of dedicated to market prepping, making some of the mid-tier items for my market display. And I do have a mock setup that we worked on over the week. Well, I say we, my fiance, bless her heart. Honestly, I think she's ready for me to be able to walk again. I'm honestly ready to. I'm having to force myself to practice patience and not just like go full on walking, which I think that would hurt. So I probably wouldn't go full on, but I'm having to like really just take it easy and force myself to do that. So bless her heart, she basically set up my entire mock setup because I have a 10 by 20. Y'all, we measured 20 feet out in my basement so I could, oh, big sweat. You want to say hi to Rosie? So distracting. Hold on. Whoops. Good morning, Rosie. She's still sleeping, but she just had a big sweaty. Good morning. Hey, Rosie. Good morning. Say good morning to everybody. Oh, sleepy girl. She's so cute. I love that dog. Anyways, so we got the... We don't need to be that close to my face. So we measured out 20 feet. It is so much bigger. I don't know. In my head, I don't really know what I was expecting it to look like, but oh my gosh, 20 feet is a lot. It's a lot of space. So I say that, but ironically enough, I felt like it wasn't really giving me that much extra because I don't want to break up the booths into 2 booth spaces separately. By putting something in the center. I was going to put my big pegboard in the center to kind of act like a little divider. But when we set it up that way, I was like, well, this just doesn't really flow very well. And it's not very easy for people to shop both sides and recognize it as 2, like as 1 booth versus 2 separate. So we took that idea away. I think we'll do the mock setup in the next video, so stay tuned for that. If you're not already subscribed, you can hit the bell notification so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video, and that way you never miss anything, especially now that we're getting into fall season and market season and the struggles of me having a broken ankle during market season. Although hopefully it'll be mostly healed by the time I actually have my market. Because by that point we'll be 4 weeks in since I broke it. And in theory should only have 2 more weeks, so we'll be like 60% of the way there. So in theory, hopefully it'll be 60% healed. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I don't know. So we've kind of switched things up and it actually flows quite well. I've got to buy another table and another tall collapsible shelf from Amazon. We went to Walmart last night. They didn't have any folding tables. They were sold out. So I don't know who the heck is out there buying up all the folding tables, the 6-foot folding tables, but you need to knock it off because some of us need them. So anyways, wow, the sun. Okay, that's better. Anyways, that's kind of the booth update. I don't think I'm going to have a problem at all filling it up. I went ahead and set up my beanie hat display. I had to add some stuff to my list to crochet. I need some kids beanies. I only have 4 kids beanies and then like 20 adult beanies. So I do need to make some kids beanies, which is fine. I think those will be relatively easy to crank out. We are going out of town on Friday. We have a funeral that we need to go to. So we'll be gone Friday, pretty much all day Friday. And then we're coming back Saturday because we need to get back in time to pick Sadie up from the vet. Because we will board her overnight. Rosie will be coming with us. My parents got a new dog, and as y'all know, Sadie is dog aggressive. And with me having a broken ankle, I can't really help intervene were something to happen. So we're taking Rosie because she usually gets along with most dogs, and it's a male dog, so I'm thinking it'll be fine. I mean, she doesn't really have issues with dogs in general, except tiny dogs that go underneath her. She's not a fan of dogs going up underneath her tummy, which I wouldn't be either. So we're taking Rosie. We're going to introduce Rosie to the new dog first, and then Thanksgiving will be the first time Sadie will go and meet the new dog, I think. Anyways, I'm rambling at this point. Can you tell? It's just one of those days. I'm in a rambling mood. But I don't think I'm going to have any problems filling up the double booth space after setting it up the way that I want it. We've basically made it symmetrical, so we'll have an L shape with 2 tables on both sides, 2 tall shelves in the center, and then grid walls behind, like on either end of the space. One has beanies, the other is going to have snugglers, and then the pegboard wall, we've actually put in a square, and it's going to go around the 2 posts, like the 2 tent posts in the front middle, and then we have a smaller table that's going to go off the back of that. So it's kind of going to create like a really nice U shape that people can shop really easily, I'm hoping. I don't know. I'm kind of excited about it just to try it. Obviously, that we'll use this set up 2 weekends in a row because I have a 12 by 24 space. I'm not going to use the 24 feet. I don't think. I might spread out a little bit, but probably not. I don't know yet. We haven't gotten that far. So that said, I would like to update you guys on my market prepping, because I think the last time we talked, I said I was going to work on the bunnies from the Fable collection. I did decide to make 2 of each style. I am kind of having regrets for that because now I have 4 bunnies. I should have just done 1 of each style and just called it good, but they obviously still need their noses embroidered. But I have this floppy-eared bunny in overalls. She's just got like this kind of corally, like neon coral pink overalls. My fiance thought about, I think you can get like mini carrots off of Amazon. I might do a little bit of research. I know there's a pattern for mini carrots that will fit in the little pocket. I don't know that I want to crochet them because I don't know that I really have the time realistically to do that. So I need to see if I can find some like cute little fabric or like some stuffed carrots that are tiny that will fit in the front pocket. I'll let you know if I find any. So I've got this one done. I did not do the headband on that one. I haven't decided if I'm going to do the headband on that one. However, I have this one with a little headband, and I put this one in like a really pretty sage green color overall, and then I gave her a little yellow headband, and I just think this is absolutely precious. This is so cute. I'm obsessed. So this is the one that's standing with the standing ears. So those are the 2 with overalls. Next, I did 2 plain, well, this one is a spotted bunny, and I made her a dress. So this one has a little pink dress on, but this is the spotted bunny with floppy ears. Absolutely precious. The dress is so cute. Absolutely adorable. And the dress is no-sew too, which is like incredible to me because of the pieces that go into it. I don't know. These patterns are just so well written. I'm literally obsessed. So there's the floppy-eared bunny with a dress. And then I have the second standing ear bunny also with a dress, and I put this one in yellow, and I did go ahead and make a pink flower, and I did make the flower removable at the moment just because I wasn't sure that I wanted it to be a permanent accessory, because if a kid wanted to like come in and get 2 of these with different outfits and wanted to interchange the outfits, then they can at least take off the flower from the ear. And I do think I'm going to, for right now, I'm going to pick outfits for each of them and not make any additional outfits. I know I asked for your opinion, and you are more than welcome to give me your opinion on whether or not I should have like a basket of extra outfits. If I have time, especially for the second market, I could possibly crank out some additional outfits. So go ahead and still let me know what you think. But for right now, I'm definitely going to pick outfits to go on those. So I think these bunnies are like 100% done aside from their noses. So that means I have 2 ballerinas that are finished. I did get this one's nose embroidered. I decided I'm just going to leave the ballet shoes as they are. I'm not going to put the laces on this one, and I'm not going to do leg warmers, simply because I just want to see how they do first. Because the leg warmers, I don't think they will take a long time, but again, I need to make the essentials for right now, and I think this is perfectly fine. I think this is adorable. Not all ballet shoes have laces, so I just think this is really cute, and I'm really excited. So that one's also finished. Well, this one's finished. I can put that over there. And then, so that just kind of leaves me with outfits to pick for all of these guys, which I have the overalls already on this deer. I just need to decide if I want to do something on the head, like the flower crown, or just a single flower I could do on this guy, or just leave it as is and just do the overalls. I'm not really sure. So I need to figure out an outfit for him, or if I want to finish him, I might just leave it. One of the foxes is going to get a chicken outfit because I think that is absolutely hysterical. So I'm hoping the chicken outfit will go on the fox. I haven't really looked at the pattern yet, so I don't know what it entails. But chicken outfit on fox. So that's one outfit. I want to do a bee outfit on one of the bears. So that's 2 outfits that I need to make. And then I've got one more bear, one more deer, and one more fox to decide what to put on them. I need to look through the patterns and just kind of see what my options are. I kind of wish I had put overalls on one of the bears, because I think that would have been so cute to have overalls on a bear. So there's that. So I really need to come up with 3 more outfits. I've got to look through the patterns, figure out what I want to do, because I could just do like a dress on one of the bears. I don't know. I'm trying not to make them all on the feminine side. I'd like to make sure I have some that are more geared towards little boys as well. So like the bee outfit would be cute, the chicken outfit. There's a couple more. I know there's like a cowl that's in the fox pattern, but I don't really want to make that. Or like a scarf. I don't know. I just don't know that that's the vibe that I want to go for. Additionally, I received a package that I ordered that's really exciting, because this is something that I've been wanting to do. And Shannon at Case and Crochet, she has been making these for a while and does really well with them, and it's been inspiring me. So I bought some board books to make some book buddies. So I have 3 copies of the Very Hungry Caterpillar, and I'm going to make Raven Jade's caterpillar to match the book, which I think is so cute. That's what Shannon does that. So I'm definitely doing that. And then I bought 2 copies of corduroy. So for corduroy, I'm actually thinking that I might make, whoopsies. I haven't decided if I want to do only snugglers with the board books, or if I want to make plushies too, because I could make another one in this color and just put him in little green overalls and embroider some blue buttons on the front, which I think would be really, really cute. So I've got 2 copies of corduroy. to make a board book for, or make a book buddy for. And then I got Llama Llama Red Pajama. I only have one copy of this for right now, but I have several llama snuggler patterns that I could use and then just put him in a red onesie essentially, which I think would be really cute. So that is kind of another additional thing to add to my list, which is great. But I think for now, I am going to focus on getting the outfits done for the rest of these Fable friends. And that way I can cross those fully off my list. I do still have the dog and the cat, and then the Million Friends, which is the pattern that she just, the most recent one. It's like the duck, the mallard, the chicken. There might be one other one. And the rooster, I think. I have not made those. I would love to make them, but I think I need to move on for right now because I have a lot of other things on my list that I need to get done. And going out of town on Friday and going out of town next week is kind of throwing a wrench into things a little bit. So that's my update for now. I am going to start working on the outfits. I think I'm going to start with the chicken outfit and the bee outfit because those seem to be the more complicated ones, or at least not more complicated, but the more involved because of the little pull-on hats. And I need to make sure that that's going to work for the fox. It says they're all interchangeable, so I would imagine they will be fine. But yeah, that's my update for right now. I've been yapping for so long. It's one of those days where I just want to talk and run my mouth because my social, I haven't been in the office around other people, and my interactions with people have been very limited for the most part. So you guys are just getting the earful for right now. So hopefully you're okay with that. But yeah, that's kind of my update. I have a couple of things that I need to get done for work first. And then when I take my next crochet break, I will touch base with you guys. I just got a little bit of a break from work and I finished a bee costume for the bear. And I had to immediately come on here. Oh my gosh. This is the cutest ever. I'm literally obsessed. And this, like I said, so all of these little accessories and outfits and stuff are all interchangeable for all of the Fable Friends patterns. I don't know about the Million Friends pattern pack. You could just skip over where you do the ear holes and do it that way. I think that would work really easily. I haven't opened that pattern yet, so I don't know if there's information in there about how to, I guess, modify the original Fable Friends patterns to fit the new Millie and Friends patterns. So I can't really speak for that, but I would imagine you could just eliminate where you chain and skip for the ear holes on the hat. And this would work on a chicken in a bee costume. Would be so cute. Ugh. I am literally obsessed with this. This is the cutest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. So, and look at the wings, and it's fully removable. So there's ties at the back of the neck, and it just slides right off. Again, so well written, super clear instructions on how to make the little bee dress, how to attach the wings, how to crochet the hat, all the little tiny details like finishing off the little tie ends. Impeccable, seriously. I can't believe I've waited this long to make any of these patterns. So this bear is officially finished. I still need to do the chicken outfit. I think I'm going to do the chicken outfit next for the fox. And then I still gotta decide what I want to put on the rest of them. I haven't fully looked through the rest of the patterns to see what the other outfits are. So I think I might do that really quick, because it could be one of those things where I make another bee costume to put on the other fox. I'm not really sure. I don't know yet. So I'm going to go look at her blog, or their blog, and the rest of the pattern packs that I have, and just kind of see what all is included in each one. And then I think I am going to work on the chicken costume next for the fox. So I will touch base later. All right, I am officially finished with all of my Fable friends. I no longer have a little stack of unfinished babies over here. I'm excited. I'm kind of obsessed. I'm going to save my favorite for last because it's so cute. I almost passed out because it was so cute. But before we get into all of the outfits that I made, I want to give you guys an update. So I have decided I'm selling them all for $30. Including outfits, which might not be, for some of them that are more involved, like the ones with the outfits that come on and off, particularly the two-piece outfits, like the bee, the chicken, even the dress with the flower and stuff like that. Those are a little bit more involved and would probably be more priced closer to $35, possibly even higher than that, just based on the effort. However, there's some, like the overalls specifically are super easy. The vest is really easy. So there's some that would take less time and less effort, and the actual plushies themselves don't take that long. So for right now, $30 is where I feel comfortable. I'm going back and forth between that and $32. I don't know why the $2 is so significant in my brain, but those are the two price points that I'm kind of going back and forth between. I might do $30 on the more simple ones, and then the ones with the two-piece outfits, I might do $32, just to kind of say like, hey, this took a lot more time or whatever. Let me know what your thoughts are. But we're going to do a little bit of a recap, and then we're going to add everything together. So first things that were done were these two little mice, these little ballerina mice with their adorable little tutus. I have gray and cream, and they both have light pink leotards and tutus and the little ballet slippers. The next ones that I worked on were the bears. Okay. So I mixed and matched for some of these guys. So the hat is just a solid version of the bee costume from the bear pattern. And then the little removable vest, which is so stinking cute. I made it in a matching color, so we had like a little matching set, is from the Marley dog pattern that comes with a little vest that you can make for the little pup. So that is the first bear, and this is in like, I think it's the color mushroom, this bear, and then this is like a burnout variegated yarn for the hat and vest combo. So that's the first bear. The second bear, I did go ahead and follow through with the bee costume, which you've already seen. Absolutely adorable. This is in, I think it's the caramel color from Premier Basic Chenille, and I think all of these I did in Premier Basic Chenille. Some of the details I did in Burnout Blanket, just because I didn't have the color in Premier Basics. Next is going to be the bunnies. So I did two bunnies with the, where's the other one? Hello? There it is. Two bunnies with the stand-up ears. One is in this super cute little yellow dress with the pink flower, and then the other one is in green overalls with the yellow headband. And then we did the long-eared bunnies. So the long-eared bunnies, I've got the gray spotted in the pink dress. I did not give this one a flower. And then I did a bunny in the mushroom color in a little orange pair of overalls. Super cute. I'm obsessed. Okay, we have 4 more to show you. So next is the deer. I have two. The first one, you've already seen this one, but this is the teal overalls. I did not add anything extra to this one. And then for this one, I just gave her a cutie little hot pink vest. And that was it. I didn't want to do the hat combo because I felt like the hat would just hide too many of the details that aren't on the face. So she just gets a cutie little vest, which I love. I think simplicity is great here. And these vests don't really take that long. The next is the foxes. The first fox got a dark blue hat and vest combo. Super adorable. I'm obsessed. I just absolutely love. Look at the little tail. And then last, but certainly not least, this is my favorite. But and it makes me laugh every time I look at it. It's a fox in a chicken costume. It's giving the boy who cried wolf type of situation. Like this fox is dressing up like a chicken so that it can creep into the chicken coop and get some dinner type of situation. I just think it's absolutely precious. So that said, if we're going off of $30 each, that means I have $360 of inventory made for this video. I wanted to get more time lapses of me crocheting, and that just didn't happen. So I apologize in advance for that. However, before I sign off here, don't forget, if you want to make yourself a little baby, I don't think I've shown this one. But I made this one for more pictures for my pattern, and I gave it embroidered eyes, and I put weighted pellets in it, and I made him purple, and I love him. But this is my newest pattern, Fergus, the bookshelf buddy, and he has a very flat base, so he will sit very comfortably, even without the weighted pellets. This one doesn't have weighted pellets. He will sit very comfortably on a shelf, and he's got these adorable little mushroom gills. My pattern testers are currently working, but when this video goes out, the pattern will be live. The pattern is available. I will, of course, link it below. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably already seen me post about it. It comes out on the Friday, on the 17th. Yeah, the sale. I'm planning on running a pattern sale on all my patterns on my Etsy for the weekend after the release, but it will be done by the time this video goes up. So I'm really sorry. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let us know in the comments what you were working on, if you finished anything, or if you're celebrating anything this week. The next video, I think, will be the week leading up to my next market. So I will be out of town for 3 days of that, but I'm going to bring you guys with me while I'm out of town because I'm planning on crocheting while I'm gone. And then we're going to visit my vendor booth setup because I have a 2 booth setup. So we're going to walk through my thought process with that and how I set it up, how I made the decisions I did, how everything's going to be displayed, etc., etc. And then after that, we're going to have our first fall market recap, followed by another market prep week, and then another fall market recap. We're getting into busy season, y'all, so don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss another video. You can also hit that notification bell so you get notified when I post, and you'll never miss a video ever again. Make sure you hit the like button on this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.